You must be joking, sir. Why am I not allowed to invite my own parents to my wedding? Mom and Dad have been looking forward to this their entire lives, and their energy during the past few weeks have frankly been phenomenal. You can't just rob them of what they've been waiting for. It would be quite an inconvenience for us if we're told not to come.
I agree.
Listen carefully, Mr. Lawrence. If you're going to invite your parents to the wedding, I cannot allow you the hand of my daughter.
Trouble Busters!
Hi, I'm Lawrence. Just the other day, my lovely girlfriend Olivia gracefully accepted my proposal of marriage, and now we're trying to find a date for the wedding. Olivia has a bit of a rough personality, but she's overall a very bright, very honest woman, and I love her very dearly. I believe with all my heart that my marriage with her will be incredible.
Mom's been gone for a while now, and Dad's the only family I have left, you see.
Ah, I see. Single father, single daughter situation, I guess. And that must mean he treasures you so much.
I mean, kinda, yeah. But you're getting showered with love from your parents too, right, Lawrence? The other day when we went to deliver them the good news, they were so happy they'd actually hugged you and I. I gotta say, that was unexpected.
Well, I guess I am a bit spoiled. What was even more unexpected was the fact that I almost broke a few ribs because of Mom's death grip of a hug.
Oh, Olivia, darling, you're home. Hold up, you must be...
No, it's you! To my great surprise, Olivia's father was none other than the general manager of one of our business partners. Oh, yes, before I forget, I work in an office for a large domestic food manufacturing enterprise. And Olivia's father, or in other words, my father-in-law, Mr. Clementine, works for the management department of a foreign-affiliated restaurant chain. The very same chain famous for its delicious, authentic hamburgers. The one, the only two popular McWendy's.
Hang on a sec. You two know each other?
We do, dear. Mr. Lawrence and I collaborated on some work a couple weeks ago, you see.
Yep, our business idea established a combo product with McWendy's. And as far as I know, it's a huge hit.
And a huge hit it is indeed. The idea of a Mexico-style tortilla hamburger was intriguing. And people love a little too much, I must say.
Oh, thank you, sir. I could only see a good future with tortillas, for some strange reason, and I suppose it worked.
Tortillas have a good future, do they? Well then, duly noted. Maybe we could have an entirely separate menu, exclusively for Mexicans.
Sir, I must advise you to watch where you're going with this. But in any case, you're the reason why our idea is doing so well, Mr. Clementine.
Well, if you two know each other already, then there's no need for formal introductions, I guess.
Do come in, I suppose.
Who knew Olivia's father was really the general manager of our business partner? Surprising? Sure. Coincidence? For damn sure. Happy coincidence? Oh, hell yeah. In the best of ways. What a day. I never would have imagined in a million years that you were actually Olivia's father, Mr. Clementine.
It's a small world after all. By the way, what does your father do for a living, Mr. Lawrence? Considering how his son turned out, I predicted something admirable.
He's an ordinary officeman, actually.
What? Even at his, ripe age? Well, it's nothing short of ordinary, I agree. An ordinary officeman.
Hang on. Did I just detect a brief moment of silence that made it seem like time had stopped? Or am I just imagining things? I want to go back in time to check. Alright, expecto rewindo. Who am I kidding here?
I see. An ordinary officeman. The most ordinary of ordinary. The very picture of ordinary.
Sir, you sound like a Pokemon that won't stop saying ordinary.
Oh, come on now, Dad. We don't need to talk about that kind of nonsense right now.
Ah, yes, I agree. For real, for real. I'm sorry. Mr. Lawrence, I'll have you know that I will personally support your life together with my daughter after the wedding. You need not worry about a thing.
What? But I couldn't ask that of you.
You mustn't hold back, my boy. It's heartbreaking as a father to see his own child live a poor life after marrying the person they love, you see. Your parents may, have some difficulty supporting you, but you need not fret. You have me now.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate it. Damn, talk about a generous fellow. He's even willing to financially help us out with our married life together. I mean, that's McWendy's for you. But something's not right here. Something was bothering a little bit about Mr. Clementine. But I managed to keep it to myself until the meeting was adjourned, so to speak. Whoa, I'm becoming too much of a working man. Later, so that my parents could meet Mr. Clementine in person, I called my parents at their home. Hello? Dad? I finished my visit to Olivia's father, and he's given me his blessing.
Oh, that's good, son. That's very good. Oh, I think I'm gonna cry, my boy.
Bro, now's not the time to cry. So, now we're arranging for you and Mom to meet Mr. Clementine.
I can open up a day anytime, so just let me know once you decided when you think it's best.
Thanks, Dad. Send my love to Mom, and tell her about meeting Olivia's father, alright? And then, the day of our parents' meeting finally arrived.
Oh, you must be Mr. Clementine. Charmed, sir. And thank you for taking care of our son.
Dad, you're way too over the moon right now.
It's a pleasure, Mr. Hook. Mrs. Hook, I'm Flavius Clementine, Olivia's father, and my job is general manager of McWendy's Burgers. I say, that's quite something to be proud of. At this age, it's only natural, my good man. And how about you, Mr. Hook? I must say I'm not as prestigious as thee, Mr. Clementine. I merely work an ordinary office job at a subcontractor company, and I have been working this job for 32 years. But I'm thinking about retiring early since Lawrence here's fled the nest, and I'd like to spend more time at home with my wife.
Huh? Did he just laugh in Dad's face?
Well, I suppose an extremely ordinary, peaceful job in life is best for anyone.
Oh, work's calling me. I must go answer. Please excuse me a moment.
If I may, Mr. Clementine, your daughter is quite the beauty. It's almost a shame for her to be wasted on someone like Lawrence here. I couldn't agree more. Why should I hand her over to a man raised by this couple of sleazebags?
Wait, huh?
Mr. Hook, at your ripe age, you're still working as an ordinary officeman? Not to mention you work for a subcontractor company. People in poverty, such as yourselves, are frankly the kind of folk I don't want to interact with. I'll be frank.
Well, why would you say something like that, Mr. Clementine?
Oh, how embarrassing. I agree with you completely, sir.
Dad, don't go about feeling ashamed of yourself. How about you say something, Mom?
It's all right, Lawrence, honey.
Come on, Mom. How are you smiling in this?
Let me smile is free to everyone, is why.
Yeah, that's true. When it's the manager of McWendy's. Whoa, hold on a damn second.
How pathetic. Exactly the kind of poverty people talk I was expecting to come from the likes of you.
But that's still not a reason to be so forthright.
What's this? Do you not have anything to say for yourself, Mr. Hook? Well, it can't be helped, I suppose, seeing how I hit the bullseye here.
No, sir, you have not.
Come now, my boy. This is a special occasion. We mustn't get too ahead of ourselves. At least you do seem to know your place here. Like I said, people of our status don't wish to be in the same room as folks from the bottom of the pyramid like you, much less talk to them. That being said, I personally strongly request that you two don't attend the wedding.
You must be joking, sir. Why am I not allowed to invite my own parents to my wedding? Mom and Dad have been looking forward to this their entire lives, and their energy during the past few weeks have frankly been phenomenal. You can't just rob them of what they've been waiting for.
It would be quite an inconvenience for us if we're told not to come.
I agree.
Listen carefully, Mr. Lawrence. If you're going to invite your parents to the wedding, I cannot allow you the hand of my daughter. Are you sure you'd like that?
But sir, all things considered, this really is going too far.
We understand, sir. As you wish, we will not be attending the wedding. You will allow our loving boy Lawrence to marry your beautiful daughter Olivia, I presume?
But, Dad...
I frankly didn't expect you to give up your own son's wedding so quickly. Perhaps it is true. Love only resides where there is also money.
You're the one who personally requested this. What has this meeting become, god damn it? Man, what a day!
In any case, it's an occasion you really shouldn't attend for real. Compared to our large family, your image of poverty will only be so apparent, it'll be a most uncomfortable experience for you. I'm requesting you not attend for your own good, you see. I admit you're appreciable folk despite your poverty, but it could only get nasty on the big day.
Why must you insult them so much, Mr. Clementine?
Thank you all for your patience. I'm sorry they said it was urgent, which it wasn't at all.
Ah, Olivia dear. Mr. Hook has just informed me that he and his wife won't be attending your wedding with Mr. Lawrence.
Excuse me?
He seems to be too busy to be able to, and Mrs. Hook has an important matter to settle with her family. In a nutshell, they really can't spare some time to see you to wed their own son. Perhaps this is what's called poor restlessness? If it is, I really don't understand how you can live like this, Mr. Hook.
Is that so?
Oh yes. Didn't you also say a wedding present would only be wasteful? Well, can't be helped, I suppose. Folks in poverty must live by different laws than we do up here.
But Dad never breathed a word about how a wedding present is wasteful. What does this guy think he's doing? But if I fight back here, the relationship between my family and Olivia's will definitely be splintered, and that's the last thing I want. Damn it! I don't know what I'm supposed to do! The meeting ended with a 20% happiness rate. Everyone except Mr. Clementine was donning a large frown, and the atmosphere was so cold, I swear I could see my breath.
Does your father not like me, Lawrence? Have I done something wrong?
No, Olivia, perish a thought. Why in the world would you think that? There's a legitimate reason why he can't attend the wedding, and that's because, how should I say this?
It's all right, honey. You don't have to console me so much. I guess there's something about me that Mr. Hook disapproves.
Olivia, listen. I swear on my life and career, that's not it at all. It's just extremely complicated. How can I say this without ruining everything?
I'll be relaxing in my room, okay?
Mr. Clementine, why must you insult my father so much? Look at what you've done in the process. You've hurt your own daughter, Olivia. Now she's completely convinced my father either doesn't particularly like her, or that something about her makes him disapprove of her as her daughter-in-law. At this rate, the married life I was looking forward to was going to have the worst beginning possible. Assuming this didn't actually ruin my relationship with Olivia, I just have to contact Mom. Hello, Mom. How you doing?
Of course I am, Lawrence dear. I hit the gym this morning and I gotta say, those dumbbells are really working wonders to my arms and shoulders.
That's not what I meant, Mom. Damn, you really live by the never let them know your next move philosophy of life, don't you? What exactly are you aiming for? Going to the gym practically every day?
Mommy's gonna work hard to become a professional bodybuilder now, you know? Next time you see me, I'm gonna be bigger than you and your father combined.
Frickin' amazing ambition! At your age, no less. Make way for the great Annie Hook Schwarzenegger, the roughest, toughest mother known to mankind.
What's up, dear? Why'd you call me?
Oh yeah, that's right. I completely forgot why I called because of this sparkling conversation about muscle training. I have something to talk to you about.
Is it about abs, or is it perhaps about quads? When it comes to hose two places, you can't really find anything better than I.
I'm not here to talk about muscles, Mom. The other day, when you guys met Mr. Clementine, why did you stay quiet even though he was insulting the both of you in your face?
Yeah, about that. I have to admit my inner heart pectoralis muscles were going pretty crazy for real.
And then, Mom went on to tell me a certain truth that would completely change my understanding of the situation. I later told Olivia everything there was to know, from what Mom told me, to what exactly had happened on the day our parents met. And then, I went on to tell her what was going to happen in the near future, and she gracefully gave a thumbs up. Mr. Clementine had done the inexcusable, and we weren't going to let it go by without exacting vengeance. Troublebusters, initiate! Hello, Mr. Clementine. This is Lawrence Hook speaking. You know, the little prick who's going to marry your lovely daughter.
How could I forget you, my boy? What can I do for you?
I'd very much like to invite my parents to my own wedding. I come to you on my knees and plead to make it happen.
I refuse. It'll only bring shame and embarrassment to our family if such lowlives show up to this momentous occasion. I absolutely forbid it!
As we predicted, Mr. Clementine adamantly withheld permission to invite my parents to my wedding. What really pissed me off is the fact that we weren't really poor at all. We always had more than enough to live a nice, quiet life on the outskirts of the city. The wedding was then arranged without the attendance of the newlywed groom's parents. Time went by, and the big day was upon us.
Who the hell would call me at this ungodly time? What the hell? Hello? Yes? What? You can't be serious. Now hold on just a minute, please. I'm so sorry, Olivia, but something terrible's happening.
Dad, not at this time to celebrate. What's going on?
Just now, I was fired from my job. But why? What have I done to deserve this? Who calls someone on their own daughter's wedding day to fire them?
Dad, come on, we're right in the middle of the reception. I won't have you screaming your lungs out on this special occasion.
But, Olivia, I've been fired, sacked, cut loose, dismissed, canned. When does this ever happen? Oh, these days, having a job 1 minute and without one the next.
And how do you think this impossible situation came about in the first place, Mr. Clementine? I do believe there are a few things that must have something to do with what happened.
What the hell? This isn't some matter where you can put in your own mediocre suggestions, boy.
Perhaps your everyday actions have brought about your immediate dismissal from your job. Maybe you should consider that.
Well, why do you know of anything, you little punk? Any child of a crackhead subcontractor officeman living in poverty and misery can shut the hell up.
So you finally show your true colors in front of your beloved Olivia now. I applaud you, sir, truly. Do you really think a company would want to keep a person who openly ridicules others as something they aren't on board their enterprise?
That has nothing to do with what's going on at my job, damn it!
Even in the scenario where my own father is a huge stockholder of your little enterprise?
What?
I don't really understand what's tripping you up here. My father literally is among the select few individuals who have made a huge investment in McWendy's, you see. During the general meeting of the company's shareholders, held just the other day, he apparently saw you at the right hand of the CEO himself. Did you not notice him yourself?
Wait. A large shareholder? An individual like him? But that just can't be.
I hear that McWendy's now is making efforts to attempt to lengthen the service of its employees for its own benefit. And yet, regardless, there are a lot of high-ranked employees that are losing their jobs recently.
But that has nothing to do with me. Perhaps those particular people never took their jobs seriously, slacked off, and ultimately paid the price of such selfish actions.
Is that really the case, though? At the end of the general meeting of company shareholders, my father personally demanded the company give full disclosure as to why exactly there are so many people leaving the enterprise. He even went so far as to suggest firing whoever was responsible for it, if the matter was quite substantial.
But why? Such drastic measures. I don't know anything, I say. All I was ever doing was helping folks out with their work.
The truth of your reputations worked its way up the chain of command, Mr. Clementine, and this is its culmination. Seems like you're responsible for harassment of all kinds across the board. Power harassment, sexual harassment, moral harassment, alcohol harassment. Frankly, the list of your sins goes on and on and on. Looks like you find yourself on the other side of the smile set. In deep disgrace for what you did to good people. Your existence in the company's been determined to be the sole cause of the large number of employees quitting their jobs. Now, do you realize why you've been fired? Ranked officers in these foreign affiliate companies are truly astounding in these domains. They're very hardworking, and their performance leads them to greatness and better salaries, but that's at the cost of their own humanity. And once it's discovered that this inhumanity has been causing problems around the company, they're immediately sacked and dumped on the street. In your case, all it took was a single phone call for you to lose your job.
But please, I beg you, I apologize to you deeply. Honest to goodness, just please convince him to give me my job back.
What are you on about? It's not me that you should apologize to, you see. Isn't that right, Dad?
Oh no, I'm so terribly sorry for my behavior. Please forgive me. You think you can fix everything with a single apology? It's too late, I'm afraid, Mr. Clementine. You're nothing but an ulcer to your company. The same company I've invested in along with more than 300 other people. It's your responsibility that you got fired, and yours alone. But you realize Olivia won't have anyone to support her with her own father out of a job. I cannot allow my own daughter live in misery. You understand, don't you?
Actually, Lawrence told me everything that's been going on a while back. And that's why I've known this would happen. And that's why I personally approved it. For real, you're such a scumbag, Dad.
Olivia, darling, please help me. Dad needs you now more than ever.
Don't you go thinking everything'll be alright if you only kind to me, eh? Can't respect you anymore, Dad, now that I know that you're someone who always puts himself before others and never respects them either.
Please don't say such things. Have you forgotten that I've taken such good care of you all these years? As your loving dad?
I'm so sorry, Dad. I'm really grateful you raised me as you have, and I'll always be indebted to you. But regarding this particular matter, I can't forgive you no matter how much I try. You caused so much trouble and you hurt Lawrence's parents, along with so many good innocent people who've worked for your company. And the last straw is that you tried to lie your way out of it. I demand that you get out of here right now!
Honey, no.
In the event something happens, my father, not Olivia's, will provide the support we will need. So, you need not worry about your daughter, Clementine. She's in good hands.
I actually just recently launched a new company of my own, and thanks to my loyal colleagues and employees, the business is doing pretty well for itself. What? You piece of... you, Mr. Hook, sir. A CEO. Lawrence, my boy, I've been keeping the truth undercover for some time, but it's time you know. Not too long ago, I actually became a CEO.
Oh, really? Wait, really?
Our group has just recently launched a new subsidiary company, and they personally requested that I become its chief executive officer, you see.
What? Then why did you lie? You told Clementine that you were nothing but an ordinary officeman for a subcontractor company. You should have told him the truth. You should have told me the truth.
If you found out that your father had suddenly become the CEO of some company, you would go ballistic and start boasting a little bit now, wouldn't you?
What the heck? Guard your heart above all else, for it is a source of life. There are many words, sin is unavoidable, but the one who controls his lips is prudent. Bruh, I'm singing Bible verses now.
We told you so.
Oh, sorry. You know me better than I do.
I just wanted you to live your life the way you've always lived it, Lawrence. That's why I was hiding my true nature, so to speak. Can you forgive me, my boy?
For sure. But why now of all times?
Lest you forget, I was directly insulted at by Miss Olivia's own father. In that scenario, even one with a heart of iron can't help but retaliate with the truth. Wouldn't you agree?
He called us folk in poverty. People at the bottom of the pyramid, when he had absolutely no idea. You have no idea how much my muscles were screaming to punch him right in his fat, ugly face. Forgive me, Olivia.
I can literally see the fire in your fighting spirit. What a goddamn fire!
I think I'm gonna give him that knuckle sandwich as soon as he shows his face to me again.
That'll actually break his ribs. No, I suggest you not do that, Mom.
In any case, you can leave things to me, Lawrence. If something serious comes your way, your old man's always here to offer his help. The money that you offered the newlyweds as financial support, I will provide, Clementine.
And with that, you now find yourself without a job. All I can say to you now, Flavius Clementine, is good luck and goodbye.
Dad, I hope to repent well.
My father-in-law lost his job, and his life thereafter is apparently pretty hard.
I'm begging you. You're looking for some new rookies to work for your company, right? How about you hire me, this elite businessman who used to hold the position of head manager of McWendy's? I'm sorry, buddy, but we don't hire people like you in our company. Our workplace motto is, all good things come to those who make a workplace comfortable. Please! We're relatives, aren't we? I'm going to cut our relations forever, Flavius. And there's nothing you can do that'll stop me. I don't want to be related to anyone the likes of you.
All of his relatives who'd attended the wedding saw the whole thing with Flavius Clementine unfold before their very eyes. His true colors were revealed to them, and as a result, every single one of his relatives apparently cut their relations with him. He's now completely isolated, and coupled with the fact that he was fired at probably the most inconvenient time of his life, finding another job would be pretty difficult to say the least. Nowadays, he's living a poor life alone somewhere in the city. I wonder if he went a little too far with our vengeance.
It's fine, Lawrence. Some people need to experience at least some suffering in order to realize that they were at fault. I know my father could never be convinced to see he was in the wrong, so this is probably the best, if not the only alternative.
You really can't discriminate against people based on their mere social rank and salary, huh?
No, you can't. If he convinces me that he's repented his actions enough, I'll forgive him someday.
I guess that's fair. In the event that happens, and he really regrets what he did to so many people, I think I'll be ready to forgive him too.
Hey, maybe a good thing would be to at least let him see his grandchild if he really understands his mistakes and promises to never humiliate himself or his family ever again.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Wait, hold on! A grandchild? You don't mean...
My, you got a sharp mind, Mr. Lawrence.
A short while after we started our married life together, we discovered that Olivia was pregnant. You did it, Olivia! But, oh shoot, I forgot your mother's at peace right now. You can't even go back to your home to give anyone the news.
Yeah.
Listen, Olivia, if you're okay with it, I'm sure my parents would love for you to come live with us in our own home. What do you say? It doesn't have to be so long. It can be something like until we get the hang of taking care of a child, with both of us working and all.
Your parents really won't mind? Won't we be a bit of a bother to them?
They'll be overjoyed, honey. I know they will. Especially Mom. And she can be a big help raising our baby.
Well then, if you insist, I'd love to.
And that's how Olivia and I started living with my parents.
Olivia, dear, you can always count on me for anything and everything, okay? I will not allow you to hold back, and I'll do my best to become the greatest mother-in-law in the world. Thank you so much, Mrs. Hook. Oh, that's right. I have the perfect exercise regimen for pregnant girls. You're gonna become my personal Padawan, Olivia. Let's work out well and prepare for childbirth together, all right? Oh, dear, you're so sprightly, Mrs. Hook. I really can't fall behind now, can I? Teach me the ways of the muscular force, oh master.
By the way, Dad, what was your company's domain? Was it computer software? Food? Fashion? Bubblegum?
We sell protein powder and gym products, my boy. We're huge among workout enthusiasts around the country, and that's why business is going pretty well these days. And only God knows why, but your mother also got pretty hooked too.
You never fully trust a human being, but you can always trust your own muscles to do the right thing for you. I hope the child in my belly will grow up to be someone as energetic and charismatic as you, Mrs. Hook. You need not worry, my dear. I'm gonna train that proud baby of yours when they're old enough to hold a dumbbell. I gotta think of a good training program right now, actually. This'll be new. I've never trained an actual child before. Thank goodness for that. You really do have a supernatural being resting inside that passionate heart of yours.
Hell yeah! And we also gotta make sure the baby gets a buff heart. Whoops, I mean a bright heart. Kindness and compassion are pretty key in this world, I must say.
Yeah, just like you guys. This particular incident has caused me to deepen my respect for my parents. For Dad, I respect his relentless, hardworking spirit and his capability of keeping humility without arrogance. For Mom, her compassionate spirit, ever calm and tranquil, even in the most unfair of circumstances. And of course, those muscles of hers. I never realized I still have so much to learn from my parents. And living with them will give me a great opportunity to become a better person and a better parent. I only hope I can become a parent that will be respected by his own children. And I'll do what I can to achieve this dream. Once the baby inside Olivia comes into this world with a sprightly cry, I plan to teach to them what my own parents have taught me. I have no doubt our lives as a family of 5 will be ever better than I ever imagined. Trouble Busters!